Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha Leighanne and I talk about books. Today we're going to be doing a book haul. I know I keep saying I'm not going to do book hauls and then I do them. This one is relatively short compared to the last one that I did. If you're interested in that one, I'll put an info card up above for you. This particular book haul is more or less dedicated to some of the diverse books that I needed to purchase in order to complete my diversity challenge for 2017. There are a couple of books that are going to be in here that don't really meet those requirements. They're just things that I've picked up. So I think that there's like 8 or 9 books, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. The first book that I picked up is We Should All Be Feminists by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Please Lord, I hope I said that right. As you can see, it is fairly short. From my understanding, it's pretty much kind of a transcript almost of one of the TED Talks that she did. I have heard wonderful things about this considering the current climate that we're in. I just feel like this is something that I need to read. I can read this in one sitting, and I plan on actually getting to it before the end of February. So the next book is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. I have never read anything by Maya Angelou. I have always heard wonderful things about her work. I actually don't even think that I have read any of her poetry, but this book is autobiographical. I have been told that it is important, so I want to read it, and that's why I got it. The next book is The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. This is not part of the Diversity Challenge. However, this is part of my Retro Rereads Challenge. The first time that I read this book, it was a copy of my mother's that was super old, and while she still has that copy, I don't live with her and I don't really want to steal her book, not to mention, like I said, it's super old, so I wanted to go ahead and get my own copy. I really like the minimalism of this cover. I don't know why, I just think that it's really, I don't know, I just think that it's pretty. So, but this one is probably going to be my Retro Rereads pick for March, which is why I went ahead and picked it up. The next book that I picked up was Americana, also by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Also have heard wonderful things about this. This actually makes the 3rd book that I own by her, and I haven't read any of them. So my goal is to definitely, aside from We Should All Be Feminists, is to pick up either this or Purple Hibiscus within the next month. I'm gonna be totally honest with you, I know next to nothing about the plot or synopsis about this book, and honestly I kind of want to keep it that way. I don't want to go in with any preconceived notions. That's actually been something that I've been trying to do more of lately, just kind of going into books blind, and I actually want to do a separate video kind of discussing that and, you know, just kind of get how you guys feel about it too. So look for that in the coming weeks. So yeah, really excited to read this one. The next one that I picked up is The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sharmin Alexie, sorry. This is another book that I have heard excellent things about, and the only thing that I know is that I know that the genre is YA, and I know that it was published in 2007, and I have actually been seeing this since 2007 because I was actually, no, I wasn't book blogging then, but this is a book that I have just seen really great things about. So one of the categories in my diversity bingo is an Indigenous main character that is own voices. Here we go. So the next one is Everything by Nicola Yoon. I read The Sun Is Also a Star and absolutely loved it. Loved it. Read the ending twice. I loved it so much. So of course I wanted to pick this one up as soon as possible. I don't really know much about the plot synopsis. Once again, trying to not do that kind of thing. However, I do know that this is being made into a movie that's supposed to be released this year. I also saw on Twitter, thank you Twitter gods for letting me know, that the trailer of the movie does actually spoil a lot of the major plot points, so I'm really glad that I chose not to watch it. But I am really excited to read this one. Also really love the cover. I don't know why I love the cover so much, but I do, and I'm excited to read this one. No idea when I'll get to it. The next book is Night by Ellie Wiesel. Sorry, I really suck at names. We know this. I don't know how I got through school without actually reading this book. I've never read this book. This is not going to be a reread for me. I don't know. I don't know if it was because I actually skipped a year in English because I was so far ahead, and I think that the year that I skipped was the year that they actually covered this. But this meets my requirement for a practicing Jewish main character. I have always heard wonderful things about it, so there's that. And the next one that I have is Scale by Keith Buckley. This was actually a gift from my husband. It was for Valentine's Day, believe it or not, even though we don't really do Valentine's Day, but he knew that this was a book that had been on my list. This is not something that I have ever seen on BookTube, but it is something that I am super excited to read. I know that I have talked about things that I love outside of books very little on this channel, which I plan on doing a video kind of giving you guys a little bit more information about me should anybody be interested in it. But this book was actually written by a member of one of my favorite bands, Every Time I Die, and it is semi-autobiographical in a way. Brief plot synopsis of this book, and I'm just going to read a sentence off the very back cover because that does it better than I can, is Scale chronicles Ray Goldman's journey downward through the adversarial trials that sometimes prove necessary in facilitating an eventual ascent into truth and happiness. And like I said, it is semi-autobiographical. I have actually met Every Time I Die, and they're really, really nice guys. And Keith Buckley as a lyricist is absolutely amazing. So I'm really interested to see what he can do in novel format. So really excited to pick this one up. Again, I don't know when that's gonna happen, but I really, 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 really hope that I love this. And the last one was actually a pre-order that I forgot that I pre-ordered, and that book is Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. I have so far heard very positive things about this. One of my only coworkers that reads, of course, also pre-ordered it. Gaiman is one of her favorites, and said that it was excellent, and that her only complaint was that it should be longer. It's not very long, and the text is actually fairly big. So I would imagine I can probably get through this in a couple of sittings. It's not really like super priority right now, but I do want to pick it up sooner versus later. So, and that is all I have for you guys today by way of book haul. If you have read any of these books, please comment down below and let me know what you thought of them. I would love to hear your thoughts. Are there books that I should push further up on my TBR because you love them so much? As always, if you like this video and you want to see more, make sure you give me a big thumbs up and click subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.